Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Caroline if you are new here, and today I wanted to show you guys my highlighter collection. So I thought, I was like, of course I have like plenty of highlighter to share, but as I was getting it out to put out here just to get ready, I have too much highlighter and I never thought I'd say those words. But I have, ColourPop, like drugstore, all the way up to high-end ABH and all that type of stuff, like NARS. So please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. I am wearing one of those like urban oversized t-shirts, so I look like a blob right now. And it is rush hour behind me, so if you kind of hear cars driving by and road rage happening, I'm very sorry. But let's jump in. So first I'm gonna start with like little sets that I've gotten. So first is this Becca set that I love. They usually do this every Christmas. So it comes with 4 little mini highlighters like so. I think their highlighters are some of the best in the game. Champagne Pop is infamous. So I got this last Christmas, so that'd be 2019. It came with Opal, which is another fan favorite. Came with Prismatic Amethyst, Vanilla Quartz, which is my favorite when I'm like a lot lighter and paler, no fake tan or anything, and Rose Quartz. So this is my favorite right now. Looks like this. You can see, there we go. I should really put like the mirror back. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch. I'm gonna be swatching throughout, just like some of my favorites, and then I'll mention some that I wish I didn't get. I barely touched that. That's insane. I love this one. So you see it right there. I need to move my lighting so you can like really just grasp. There you go. And that's what I'm wearing right now on my face with a mix of ColourPop. It is beautiful. I'll do one more from this little collection. I do not like Rose Quartz. It is like that pinky shade. I just don't love it. Opal is super popular, so I'll actually swatch that one for you guys. And it is darker, so you do have to have a little bit of a tan to wear it, but I'll go ahead and swatch. It is so beautiful. Focus. Okay. So that's right there. So look at that. It just has like that wet glow that you want to achieve, like that natural look. You're not gonna look streaky. It's not flaky. Highlighter is exactly what you want from a highlighter. Next little set I have is from Tarte. I got this at the last sale, so that was in November 2019 at Sephora, and it has a blush. Usually it's 2 blushes and a highlighter. I believe one has a bronzer, but the highlighters are on the top of these. So I'll start with the lightest shade highlighter. It looks like that. I have been loving this. I'll show the whole thing just so you like kind of get the deal. So that is one of them, and I believe this whole set was like $39. So this is a little bit deeper, a little bit pinker, and this is what the whole set looks like. I believe that's a bronzer. And then the deepest tone one, as you can see, like I would not be able to wear that as a highlight. It'd have to be like an eyeshadow. And these are the blushes. I love that blush. So I'll go ahead and swatch the lightest one. That is the one I use the most. And I'm trying to see. I have like my makeup wipes and stuff to do between highlighters. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. Honestly, I have it next to the Becca. It doesn't look as wet as the Becca. If you can like see, like, oh, that looks so good. But I do pick this up quite a bit, and it's super nice to travel with, just to have this little compact item. I've traveled with it. It does not break. It has not shattered. And I've really been enjoying this. And Tarte blushes are just, I know we're not talking about blushes, but they're some of the best blushes, and this was such a deep. Next, I want to talk a little bit about Fenty. So I have 2 minis because I've come with the little set with the gloss, which I love. They're $25. They are so worth every penny. And then I have the big one in How Many Carats. So I would say my favorite is Hustla Baby. I use this the most. It is so beautiful. I'll go ahead and swatch this because it is one of my favorites. Again, this is just like such a wet highlighter look that I love. So, okay, let me do one more layer just so you can like really see that. So pretty when it hits the light. So the next mini I have is Sandcastle. So I wore this a couple times, and then I noticed when I would like turn my head a certain way or when I was on camera, it kind of looked grayish purple. It did not look good. So it just doesn't look good on my skin tone. Like if you see kind of different angles, it's like pewter maybe, like so. So I use it as inner corner highlight or to kind of like a topper over an eyeshadow. So unfortunately it didn't really work as a highlighter with my skin tone, but I'm still getting good use out of it. And then I remember when this came out, it was such a big deal. Okay, so I like mix highlighters, so it kind of has some highlighter on it. Sorry, you can like see everything that is around me. Okay, so the one thing with this is it kind of spreads when you put it on, so sometimes it kind of looks like you just have like glitter all over you. Not glitter, like chunks of glitter, just like shimmer all over you. So I'll go ahead and swatch it. I really need to wipe off my hands. Patrick just sneezed, if you can hear that. So I'll go ahead. It's kind of like, it doesn't really have a color. It just kind of has that wet look. You can like, see, you can't really see the color, but you can kind of see how it like looks wet. And when you put it on, it is beautiful. I have it right there. I don't know how like close to get. So you can't even see it. I don't know how to explain it, but in person, it's definitely more just glitters and no real color. So I don't use it as often. I definitely don't wear it to work just because it kind of looks a little crazy. Next, I'll move on to my palette collection. So some of these are just highlighter palettes, and then some of these have like bronzers, blushes, eyeshadows. So this is a Tarte palette. They've made two. So this is the volume 2, and it just has that one eyeshadow, that one highlighter right there. I never dip into it. I'm gonna see what it looks like, honestly, because I don't remember. Oh, it's really pretty. You can see it reflects. It's pretty gold. Actually, this isn't bad. I feel like you can, since you can see my highlighter, you can like see it here. That's actually really pretty. I should dip into this more. I do really like this palette, just in general, if you want to get like an idea of it. I believe they still sell it. And then I have volume 1 right here, which does not have a highlighter, that I actually really enjoy as well. Obviously, I don't dip into them much. I honestly forget about them. Next, I have this NARS palette that has dust all over it, but I do really like this palette as well. It has 4 eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a bronzer. It is a pretty deep bronzer. I do love this highlighter, so let me swatch it for you guys. So again, I'm like really into like champagne gold highlighters. I'm gonna put it back here. I'm not flicking you off. And this is just like the same. Ooh, I love this. It doesn't really have, it's right there. It's kind of more muted and natural, so I would definitely try this out if you want a more natural look. And the color of the highlighter is called Last Call, so I'm not sure if they make that as a separate pan. I'm assuming that they do. This is an Ophir palette. It is the Nikkie Tutorials Highlighting Trio. So they aren't really colors that I use super often. I love her so much, and I just like wanted to support her. If I could open it, okay. So this one has like blue iridescent, so I'm not really into that. Love this one. And this one's too deep for my skin tone, so I'd have to use it as an eyeshadow. So the colors are Space Baby, Glazed Donut, and Glow Gold. So I will do the Glazed Donut because who doesn't want to look like a glazed donut? Oh, okay, this is a lot more like silver than it like shows. There you go. Why do I have to like hold things up to my face? Okay. Maybe that's why I don't. Well, no, it's really pretty on the skin. There you go. Ooh, that looks so pretty. So I have it right here. Okay, I need to give that another chance. It is more silver than I would like compared to everything else. Like on my 2 fingers, you can kind of see this one is still, it's champagne-y. That is the Tarte one is still left. And then this one just looks way more silver, which I don't really love with my skin tone. But this, I'm assuming is still at Ulta. I'll link it below. The next palette I have is seriously just a classic. It is the Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. So actually Nicole Guerriero's just came back, which I'm really tempted to buy. They have this in more like pinks and purple tones, and I just love their highlighters. So these are what they look like. I always just kind of go in between these two. Sometimes I mix them, use them separately. When I am tanner, I have used this one. So I'll go ahead and go in with Summer, just because I feel like that is the most universal. So again, it's just like that gold color that I love and go towards. All these highlighters literally look the same, and I just keep spending my money on it, and it's whatever. That is really pretty. I'm gonna put on one more. Since it's like, there you go, right there, against my skin. But you can see like all these look so similar except for Nikki's right there. But like, it is. The next palette I have is the Oasis palette from BH Cosmetics. This is one of the best purchases I think I've made. I think it was about $20, and look at everything you get. Like, it has great transition shades, all these highlighters. So they're technically, I guess, 5 highlighters. I could not use these as highlighters, and I don't really like Bliss. It's yellow. I'm gonna swatch it just because I'm curious to see how it would look. So it's super yellow, which I don't feel like would look good. Yeah, it's just really, really yellow. And I feel like that would just look like a streak on my skin. What I've really been enjoying is called Mirage. It's that huge shade, which I feel like they knew was best because they made a giant pan. But this, it feels so good. It feels honestly just like the Becca highlighter. It is that good of quality. So this is a little darker. I definitely would have to have more of a tan when I wear it. But I mean, look how that's coming on camera. Like, I don't even have to like try to like be like, oh, over here, you know, like that is amazing. And this whole thing was like $20 to $24 in this blue eyeshadow. I like to put on my lower lash line, and it looks so good. So next palette is a Morphe palette. It is the Highlight and Contour palette, Illuminator and Contouring, the 8L. Okay, yeah, so they have 2. So I got this one for my skin tone. They did have a darker one. Unfortunately, we lost a highlighter during travel. It was like a white highlighter. You can kind of see part of it's like in there. So I wasn't wearing it anyways, but I love Supernova. I love, love, love that shade. So I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys. And this is more like a champagne-y color. Oh, this one's not. It's kind of iridescent, so it's not really showing up. Like, it's more natural, but it kind of changes its tones when I move my hand back and forth. Like, you can't see it very well. I don't remember it performing like that, but honestly, again, I'm really bad at dipping into this. And then they have like a yellow shade like that I'm just like really not gonna use. But this palette is super affordable. I wanna say it was like $16 when I bought it. It's been a while. I need to wipe off everything. I have makeup wipes, paper towels, like everything in front of me. So the next palette, I actually recently made a video of. It is that Physicians Formula palette with Weili Hung. I don't think I'm saying that right. So I love Physicians Formula's highlight and their hair, and it's Patrick's. These two I love. I actually do have the Casey Holmes collab palette. I don't know if they're making it anymore, that's why I didn't bring it out here, but that highlight is beautiful. I would say it's kind of like this highlight without the pink swirled throughout it. So I'll go ahead, the video is on my channel if you wanna check it out. I did a whole review, first impressions, and using it on my face in that video. So go ahead and look for that, but I'll do the Whimsical highlighter. Oh, they feel like butter. I love their formula so much. Okay, wow. It's a lot, I will say. It's not for the faint-hearted. So, come on. Why? Why? Guys, I'm really trying here. You can kind of see like right there. I love the highlighters in here, and I don't know why it's not like swatching so beautifully, but these are nice wet looking highlighters. A nice glazed donut situation. So this next highlighter, again, it is one of those large palettes. This highlighter is so popular. Everyone's talking about it, and then they already went and made single pans because they just not have this in single pan. It is the Cookie highlighter. I'm holding on to this so it doesn't come out. It's so beautiful. Actually, Jaclyn Hill loved it so much that they sent her like 30 of them with like her face and her name on it. To be a large YouTuber, that's the life. Okay, I'll go ahead and swatch it so you guys can tell. Okay, it looks more pink in the pan, but then it comes out that gold color, which I love. I'm so predictable. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love this highlighter. And honestly, I use it all the time and you can barely tell that I do. I mean, this whole palette I use this palette almost every single day and has lasted me so long. So that wraps up, well, I have one more palette-ish type thing. It's kind of a build your own, but that wraps up my palette. So I don't really do loose highlighters. I just feel like they're messier, but the payoff is amazing. I actually have this little sample size of an Artist Couture Conceited highlighter. This, I don't want to like open it. I'm scared it'll get everywhere. I don't really want to swatch it because I need a brush. I'm like scared to tip it. But like you can see, it's beautiful. I highly recommend looking into Artist Couture. It's at Sephora. It is beautiful. They sell out like crazy. So definitely look into their highlighters. It's just loose ones make me nervous, but they last you forever. So another sample size I have is a Marc Jacobs, and this is called Dewdrops. So I'll show you what this looks like. What shade? 50 Do You? I guess that's the name of it. So I'll put a little bit on my hand. So this is what it looks like right when I put it on. And then a little goes a long way. A long way. Oh my gosh. This will take a second. This is beautiful. I'm not gonna fully blend it out, but again, that wet look that you want, it is so beautiful. I think for the summer, this is really good just because that's like when you wanna wear your cream makeups and you don't want as much powder. So this would be really beautiful in the summer. Then I have the classic ABHXAMREZY ABH highlighter. I've had this baby for so long. They were out of it for a long time, then they restocked it. I don't know if it's back again. I know there was one restock. Wow, this is such a universal shade. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys. I'll see if it's on Sephora. It's probably, might not be on Sephora, but it's probably on ABH. But like, again, this is like the 20th shade that looks just like this. Whatever guys, it's fine. I'm aware of my problem, okay? That's like the first step, is admitting I have a problem. Look, I love that. I hate how I have to be so far away. There you go. I'm making the weirdest hand movements. Hey guys, seriously, she could probably live off the money that she made with that palette. Like, it sold out. It was insane. Everyone was talking about it. I love it. I can't say like anything. Like, it's one of the best. I think if I had to pick between all the highlighters, I might pick that one. Then I'm gonna go into ColourPop. So they have these light sticks, and this is the shade Star Bright. I love these. So just like the Marc Jacobs one, this would go really well in the summer. That's so pretty. What I do is I actually put it on a beauty blender first, and then I kind of like dab it into the skin. So where'd it go? There it is, right there. This is beautiful. I think it's like under 10 shades, but if you want a more supernatural look, kind of more like it's your actual skin, I would definitely look into this. And they have them at Ulta. Then they have these Super Shock highlighters. I have one more and I don't know where it is. I'll swatch this one. They kind of have like a wet feeling to them. Like when you press into them, your fingerprint shows. This is Flexitarian. This is one of the most popular shades. Like you can see I have like fingerprints in it. So I'll go ahead, and it's like wet. Like I don't know how to describe. Like I just put my finger in there and it made that mark right there. It's just like this wet feeling, but I feel like they nailed their formula. So it's right there. And they're so good. I just hate, when ColourPop has these big bulky, they don't look too bulky, but storing them is kind of a pain and traveling with them is as well. So, but they also make the solo like ones that you can put in palettes, which I'm about to show you. But I just hate how chunky those are. Like I have a ton of single shadows too, and I never bring them along. I never travel with them, but they are such a good formula. I definitely, if you're new to makeup or new to like a highlighter, let's just say, I would definitely check out ColourPop first, because I think that highlighter was maybe like $8 and it outperforms like half of the highlighters here. So next they have these Soul. So this is part of ColourPop. They're like a branch of ColourPop. It's the Soul, and it is a body oil. I have a kabuki that I got off of Amazon, but they also sell kabukis as well. This is in the shade. Okay, well, no one knows what the shade is on this one, but I'll put a little bit on my hand. It's kind of like the Marc Jacobs one. You just blend it out. It's super watery, but look how beautiful that is. It's gonna get all over my hands. Oh my gosh. Well, I've committed. Just gonna like rub it all over myself. But like, you just like glisten. I put it all over my body on Christmas. When I go to Mexico, if I go to Mexico with all this coronavirus, who knows? It's just like a soft glitter just all over your body, and it's not too overwhelming. It doesn't look like you have chunks of glitter. I know body oil became so big last year with Patrick Ta. Scott Barnes was the original. All these people coming out with the ABH. I think Tom Ford had one, but this was like $12 max, and I'm loving it, and it lasts forever. So this is gonna be my last highlighter. It is actually a ColourPop palette that I put together. I put this together for travel. So I have 12 eyeshadows, a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I love this highlighter. I will have to go look at my orders to see the name of it, because I'm not sure. But I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys. It is like a gold champagne. Why am I so predictable? And that's what I'm wearing right now, mixed with the Becca highlighter. I mean, that is beautiful. See, I guess at that angle, you can kind of see that if your skin is not dark enough, not tan enough, it might look a little streaky, so just be careful of that. But look at how it just like glows. And again, I think this was like $8, and I just love creating, they call it BYOP, build your own palette, and they have really good deals on it, and I highly recommend. Okay guys, so that concludes today's video. That is all the highlighters I own. I might have more in hiding. I tried to find them all. So looking back at the video I just made, I'd say 95% of my highlighters are a gold champagne that all look the same. I think I did a pretty good job with my purchases. There wasn't really one where I was kind of like, ew, or it was chunky, or I couldn't wear it. Everything I was really happy with, and everything is a different price point for you guys. I'll link a couple of my favorites below. Let me know if you have any questions, and please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.